we back again. Yeah. I was gonna say something else, but you know,
let's keep it
but,
Christian.
Yeah. So God dang, we back again though. It's all good, baby. Hey, it's 2025.
Yes.
New year.
Not
no new me. I ain't with all that. I'm trying to keep PG as I can, but I ain't with all that. You know.
Excited today, man.
You know. Yeah, first show of the year, man. We back in action, man. Hey, man. Listen. Y'all listening? Mm-hmm. Now, I've said this word about, you know, maybe once, twice, maybe on the show. We don't throw it around loosely. Mm-mm. You know, I kind of mentioned it a little bit, and our guest was like, hey, y'all ain't gonna do that today, but we gonna do it. Mm-hmm. So we got a legend. You gotta face it now. You're a legend now. He's a legend.
Right. It goes down in the history book regardless of whatever you want to say for yourself.
We have a legend in our midst, man.
Who you
are. Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year. Back-to-back state titles. You understand me? Y'all don't know how hard that is.
Hey, man, not just that. If I'm not mistaken, runner-up first time around?
No, we were semi back-to-back.
Okay. Well, let's make sure we get all the facts correct. Close enough.
I'm going to tell you how good this guy is for real. You know, he said runners-up, but 50 wins, man.
55.
Oh, shit. My bad. 55 wins in 4 years?
Speak up on it.
In 4 years, 55 wins with only 2 losses, I believe.
God is good.
That's insane. That is insane, man. We have here with us Mr. Kirk Juice Johnson in the building, baby.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, sir. Lord. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. I appreciate you guys having me on, and appreciate the introduction. But I mean, it's not a Kirk Juice Johnson thing, man. It's a committee of people. Okay. It's a committee of people that you know, a lot of folks you don't see sometimes, and I'm forever grateful that I got a good supporting cast. I got a good wife at home. I got, you know, God has placed His favor on me for whatever reason, and so I'm forever thankful.
Okay, then. Okay. Straight out the gate, Coach.
All right.
You know, you said you stay ready, you gotta get ready.
Come on, Rod.
So I hope you ready for this first game we got straight out the gate.
Okay.
Called Rapid Fire.
Okay.
You know, so with these questions, I'm gonna ask you a series of questions. Try your hardest.
Pertaining to anything.
It got a set, like we got a little set list of questions.
Okay.
So try your hardest to answer these questions. With like a 1 to 2 word answer, right?
1 to 2 word answer. Okay.
Just leave it where it at, right?
All right. Oh my God.
So I heard you mention you got a kid on the way, right?
I do.
Your first?
First.
Okay.
Are we playing the game right now?
Yeah. First. I'm setting you up.
First. Yeah,
you know, I'm setting you up. Okay, so would you rather take $5 million right now today, or would you rather take $5,000 every week on time for the rest of your life?
$5,000. You know, steady income is good income. You know, you can make a lot work with.
Coach, I don't want to cut y'all. I don't want to cut y'all. Quick. Yeah, I don't want to cut y'all. Coach.
Rapid fire.
5,000.
Listen, we can do it. Every episode.
Yeah.
Every episode. You see me too much right now.
I'm a money guy now, so you about to get wrong. I hear you. Listen.
Okay, so whether you've been there or not, your favorite place in the world?
Whether I've been there or not. But I would have to have been there. For my favorite. I love skiing. I love the mountains. I love, you know, I ain't much a beach guy. Okay, there we go.
Gotcha. So, your greatest inspiration?
My mom. Single mom.
Sure.
Keep it short.
I love it. Yeah. We'll elaborate as soon as we get to the back side of things.
Okay. So, what is it you like to do first thing you like to do when you get home from work?
Usually kiss my wife and I get to watching film, honestly. That's
okay.
That's a coach's answer.
But that's also, I mean, if it's out of season, it's different, you know. So
true.
In season, I'm in the film.
So, what about people's grind your gears?
Say that one.
What about people grind your gears?
What about people? I think my staff would be the first person to tell you this. I'm a standard guy. I'm gonna hold everybody. So anybody that's not living up or trying to live up to their potential. It really grinds me. So.
Okay.
Well, since we are sitting with a goat,
Mm.
I think it's only right that we. Would you like to take it or would?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. The greatest of all time. We are
Oh
sports.
gosh,
We are sports people. We are sitting here
we're talking
with
basketball, right?
basketball.
Oh my
It
God.
doesn't have to be basketball. We can go wherever you want to go. Today's your
I
word.
know what you're asking. I know what you're asking. The true debate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm about to rub some folks the wrong way.
You gonna rub them the wrong way. I mean, it's
Shout out to LeBron James, man.
What's up?
Shout out to LeBron. Shout out to LeBron.
I can.
What he's
I can
doing,
do
we
it.
hadn't seen ever before. And the same thing for Mike, and the same thing
Okay.
for the other one that you want to get mentioned, because I see his jersey over there.
Hold up now.
No,
Hold up now.
he's the man behind the mumble now.
And he is a baller, but it's he has shit.
Hey, I liked it when you walked through the door. That's all I'm saying. I liked it.
Hey,
You see the past tense on there? I liked it.
I
When
will
you walked
tell
through the
you,
door.
I will say that there will never be another Kobe Bryant mindset person ever. I read his books. I love his. I love the story. You know, when you die young, they put all your stuff out. And
Right.
His stuff can be grabbed, and it's
For sure.
he was on another level.
Yeah, he was.
For sure. So, what's the to your own personal knowledge, right? What's the greatest era?
Basketball?
No. What's the greatest era in just
In life.
in life?
The 90s babies,
Okay,
man.
okay.
What are we talking about? That ain't even hard.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, 90s, man.
Listen, the man's name says Kirk Juice.
Yeah, man.
No.
90s. Riding your bike to your homie's house, leaving them off. Yeah, come on, man.
Okay.
So your next question is, would you rather give to the church or give to the homeless?
Church. You don't got no,
You can't elaborate on that.
you ain't got no decision. That's in the Bible. It say you got to give your 10%, your first.
Okay.
I gave mine today. This first Sunday of the year, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I gave mine
first
today. Talk about it, man.
Okay.
Don't play with that. You
You
play with
rather
that.
give to the church.
Because if you give to the church, you'll be able to give to the homeless. Because he'll give back to you tenfold.
Okay.
Well, I mean, and why we always ask this question, and it's the first one to be elaborated on, because different strokes for different folks.
Mm-hmm.
You will have some, for say myself, I may give to the homeless.
And that's fine.
What
What church you go to?
I don't have a church home.
That's why you would give to the homeless.
Right. And the reason I don't have a church home is because growing up, being not necessarily forced into it, but seeing so much
If
of
you're
it.
from the country and you're black, you were forced to.
You-
There's nothing wrong with
I
that.
mean, you forced to do it from the city. Yeah.
pretty much forced into it, but still, once I grew, I got my own outlook on God. So, and reading the Bible, nobody can take my journey but me. So, and how I talk to God and what we do is my own personal.
So I'm big into this now. So like I'm gonna jump in and we can run with
Yeah.
this. But I'm big.
It's a
Like,
part of it.
so I got that same story, right? You forced in it. It was forced upon you. It was feed you, right? And nobody ever told you to have a relationship. That's what you were talking about. Nobody ever told you to have a relationship.
Right.
So you got to develop your relationship. Your church is just a place, because in the Bible it says, "Go where two or more gathered,
Exactly.
as I will be there." Right.
Right.
So you have to go to a place of worship together. So, the word church is poorly used. Right. I hate that word, but it's what the word we got to use is church. My church gives 50% of what we give. They give it out to missions and rebuild prisons and all those things. So my church believes in what I believe in through my relationship with God. Does that make sense? I'm not just in a church where we're clapping hands and we singing.
Right.
I believe in the doctrines that the doctrines of what they're trying to do. So
And I think so much of it, for me on my end, to say that going as a child And then it's like you see so much that came about, and I know nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
So it was just so many lies that were told,
Oh, yeah,
and
man,
it brought about. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to be
That's
somebody
the
that's
flesh,
being.
though. That's the flesh.
Right.
I'm sitting here and we talking about gold and stuff. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
That's the flesh, man.
I don't want anybody to be perfect, but I also don't want to be in a place that's somebody that's supposed to be giving me the word.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me this, but you're living in this. And
I
I don't like that.
I
So
agree, man. I
I
remember passing the bowl around.
Yeah.
My mama handed me my $2. I'm throwing it in there and wondering. They talking about how they can't play the lights, but Pastor driving a Cadillac. I'm with it. I would also say that that's not, of the 80 million churches that are doing it right, those are the 10 that wasn't, so, and there's plenty that are probably doing it wrong. I just know that, if I got the right relationship and he put me where I need to be, then God's favor is going to be right in that church. And I don't disagree. I think, people would argue too. You give him to that homeless person. Why is he homeless? Did he take that food and go snort it up, or did he? I'm not saying that's how everybody is.
Right.
But so it's twofold. It's twofold.
Yeah. But I want to shoot it back to the 90s.
90s, come on.
Yes, sir.
I can see. I can see.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah.
I can get it, but
Yeah.
It's Sunday, not Thursday.
We get it all.
Yes, sir.
We knew about outside.
Man.
We knew about outside.
Yeah.
Kids nowadays do not know about outside.
Man, come on, man.
It's crazy, man.
You smell like outdoors.
Right.
Right.
And I ain't never knew outdoors smell like that first.
You do now. You do now. You dang sure do now.
Man, my kids don't. I asked my son yesterday, he want to go outside. He was like, no.
I pray about that all the time. I don't know. You work so hard. Anyway, get to your question.
That's it. I want you to
You work so
elaborate.
hard.
Yeah.
I wish my wife was here so we could talk about this together. Like, my biggest fear in having a kid right now is that you work so hard to give them the life that you didn't have, but the life you had made you who you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's things like that, man. Like, my mom would lock the door at 9 and
Talk about
throw
it.
some lemonade out there, or some water out there,
Talk about
or
it.
some, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I still eat peanut butter and jelly sandwich like it's religion.
Okay.
So, like, do you do that now? Do you do that now?
I'm scared to let you
gaming
do
systems,
that.
gaming systems. Oh my gosh, we can afford that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You lucky.
You gonna go outside and make you a game.
Outside was the life.
Man, to have for me, it would have been a PlayStation 2, PlayStation.
Yeah.
All that stuff, man, that junk was like, you might well have a Beamer or something.
It was definitely of that value, man.
Right.
Yeah, that was, I got it when it was, you know what I'm saying? It was, they upgraded to the 4. I was getting 2.
Right.
So
Hey,
and I-
you're proud of that too,
and,
right?
and Sonic was Sonic.
For sure.
I just got the 4 as an adult, but
Man, that's crazy. My staff, I hope y'all watching this. I just got a PS5. Like, it just happened. They're on my case. I don't do any of the game stuff until, like, this summer. I'm a big college football NCAA guy. It was coming out. They talked me into it.
Right.
Man, I went and got a 5, and now I'm playing it with them. So they stay with me about it. They text me right now. So it's crazy. I ain't played that game in so long, and so shout out to everybody bringing the NCAA game back so I could give me a PS5. I just bought one. So.
I bought one myself, and I literally haven't had a gaming system in over.
I haven't had it since 2013. No joke, man. The last system I had is sitting in a box, dust on it. My nephews would come down, we pull it out, and they get on some of the old stuff. I still had NCAA 14. They play it.
Okay.
But literally, man, this past summer, the NCAA game was dropping. My running backs coach, receivers coach now, TP, Tyler, basically like a son to me. He's like, man, you got to get you one. So I was like, I drove to Birmingham, bought me a PS5, and now we own it. So it's cool. It's cool.
They in church. You using it.
listen,
Tyler Price.
Okay, if it serves me right, that's the guy you took fishing for the first time.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Correct.
How was that, bro?
It was awesome, man. So those are, man, I want to be to everybody what I had. All my father figures were coaches. Man, the first time I did this, it was because of coach. First time I did this because we had no money growing up, man.
Right.
Like, do you remember? I'll tell the story. You remember the first time you saw the people cook the food in front of you? Like,
Yeah.
right. We know it is now.
Yeah.
But the first time I saw that, I was grown in college. And I'm looking around the place like, man, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but that I remember the people that were with me looking at me like, but they felt it because the experience. So anyway, I said it to say like, I just took him duck hunting. We just went duck hunting Saturday morning. He got to do that too. So, man, I love that stuff. I'm a country boy at heart.
You was outside.
Oh yeah, I'm outside. I got a side by side. I got 4-wheelers. I'm all that. I'm deep off in the mud. You know, I'm deep off in the mud. I love that stuff. I don't like being in the house unless I'm trying to do something. The whole sitting on the couch and of course you got to bathe when you got to bathe, but I ain't into all that.
How was Boggs the other weekend?
It was good, man. It was a late trip. I hadn't been in my side by side in forever. Football season takes you out there. It really is 7 days a week, and then you get a Saturday, and you like, man, I ain't going nowhere. So it was good. Reggie, myself, Reggie's a kid that played for me 2014, and then Tyler and Daryl Gibson played for me as well. We all went down there, we had a good time, man. The storm kind of got us, so we had to get up out of there a little early, but it feels good to get out and ride, and it's a good atmosphere out there.
See,
And I like going where people don't know me. That's another thing too. I love that. I love my wife.
We call them cousins. So when they see us, that's the first thing that they say. We like cousins. I'm like cousins. But my guy Chuck is from the city, so he doesn't get a chance to experience a lot of these.
Like, you don't get to.
Nah.
When I said Boggs, this probably went through. Like,
I heard you say it. I heard you say it. I was like, yo, they talking gibberish.
So he never
Jeremy
got
from the city. He didn't been with me.
Okay,
Johnson. Yeah,
Okay.
Jeremy's on my staff. He didn't been with me. It's just something that seems foreign, but it's just really right there.
Right.
It's just right
It's
there.
in reach.
It's good time too, man. Like one of my first times out there, I've always had 4-wheelers. I never had a side by side, and so my wife let me buy one a couple of years back and bought it from a guy late night. Went and met him on some hood. What are you doing? Type
It sounds like some sketchy shit.
Glocking the lap or
You got to
whatever.
know that. You got to know that.
Sorry.
Hey,
But Glocking the lap. But bought it, came back, fixed it up. Man, first time out there, I'm out there 5 minutes, my junk break down. Man, these country white boys stopped, helped me, but I was like, oh yeah, we're in the right spot. Like they ain't care nothing about what I had going on, who I was. I was like, man, this
Chuck,
it's it right here.
It's the kind of place to where you're mud riding. So just take that. You're mud riding.
Okay.
If you're stuck and it's a lot of people behind
Everybody's
you,
stuck.
Oh, no.
everybody's
They
stuck.
gonna get out of here.
So they gonna get out and make sure you get out the way.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And they having a good time. Like I'm a big
Everybody's having a
drinker,
good time.
but everybody got their drinks and they drinking and they having a good time and laughing and kicking. They play music, people dancing. It really feels like the 90s barbecue.
Right.
Just with a little mud around. It feels like the 90s barbecue where you
I've seen it.
Reunion.
Yeah, I've seen it. Not in person, but I've seen
We're
it.
gonna have to take you out there, man.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
It's a good time.
So, you say you like people to stand on standards. I want to go revisit that question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so, like, when you saying standards, like, what are you really saying?
Like we all got I treat everybody like a rag, right? I hate to say it that way, but like, when you wash your face in the morning, you squeeze that rag, you want to get as much out of there so you don't get it on your face. And so I say that to say like everybody has potential and everybody has something they can kind of go try to be great. The issue is in our society today is we don't want to push each other to go be great. We're worried about people suing, we're worried about feelings, we're worried about all these narratives, but for me, in order for us to get where we want to get, which I'm a coach, so I need everybody's best. So when you're not giving your best, I gotta give you that nudge because that's the standard. The standard is your best, and I want the same. My kids will tell you, I ain't asking you to do nothing I ain't doing. So I work out every morning at 5:30. I got a group of parents that meet me there. Boys walk in, I want them to see me sweating. So next time you try to grab me, you know what's up. so anyways, but for real, it's my wife I hold her to a standard as she should be holding me to a standard. And so it's just something that you got to continue to do if you want the best of yourself. Because when you don't have a standard, then you wait 6 months, you gain 20 pounds. I ain't have a standard, right? I got to get better eating right. So got a standard for myself. So.
I don't goddamn stand. I done gained a lot.
Well, I say this all the time too. Though. I don't want to be no small dude now. Don't get it twisted. But can't be breathing hard walking up steps and stuff. Like that's out the question. So I gotta get back right.
I hate to keep doing my son like this, but I made him go outside yesterday. When he said he want to go outside, I made him go outside. He was climbing on the back of my truck. I was watching. It took him a while to get up there. When he got up there, I said, that nigga tired. He started breathing hard.
Well, it's definitely needed, bro. It's definitely needed. Mine is probably the same way. I think God gave him the ability to do numbers at a very young age. And I mean, he's a very smart kid. He don't care anything about outside. Put a bad ball in his hand. I can force him on his bike. I can do all the things. Lock the door. He's probably gonna find a way to.
He's back in the house.
Yeah, he's that kind of kid.
Taking it right with it.
Yeah. That's what I said. I won't force it on him, but and still.
You sports?
I am very much so. And it
was wife?
No. And it hurts me to my core because she graduated from Bama, and she was in the middle of greatness. Like she graduated during the time OJ was there, Mario was there. It was like, so we got to see true greatness happening in the midst of everything. And those Saturdays in Tuscaloosa were wild, and she was just like, I don't care anything about this. And she worked at the stadium. She killed me. She killed me. She's just be there on time to pick me up. Like, we're trying to celebrate. What are you doing? I almost had a relapse, baby.
That was checkbox one for me. Yeah. I needed the other. I needed that to be reciprocated.
Yeah.
My wife, your wife's a former athlete?
Oh yeah.
My
wife played at Penn State. She's field hockey. So we didn't know what the heck that meant when I met her. So it's hockey with a ball and a stick. You kind of run around in some grass, whatever. Didn't care.
You run around with the
little thing.
So it's not lacrosse.
No, not lacrosse. Not lacrosse. You don't pick it up. It's a big ball instead of a puck because it's on grass. Okay. And you play with it. No, it's a big sport in the North, like huge. And I was like, whatever. I didn't know what that was, but like my coaches would tell you, like if I said, all right, I'm gonna go scout this team in Mobile, my wife was like, when we leaving? I said, the coaches, we about to. we going. So.
And I'm pretty sure she probably does some good scouting.
Man, listen.
Some of the best.
According to her, it's her defense is her. Okay. She knows the signals and.
Hey, shout out to wife. She's a 2-time state champion.
Yeah, so,
and I love it.
Yeah, so.
You're right. She is.
Shout out to her too.
Yeah. Got anything?
Before we go too far, definitely want to give y'all a nice little introduction to a Gentleman's Touch.
Okay.
A Gentleman's Touch mobile detailing, luxury detailing that is.
Talk about it.
I've
used them.
So we are vouching. The man does use them. Just to let everybody know, we will be wherever you want us to be. Okay. We will pull up on you. There's at church. If you depend on somebody else, we can do their car for you, Uber, whoever it is. Or it may be a Gentleman's Touch, luxury mobile detailing.
Luxury mobile detailing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a word from our sponsor.
You feel me? Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. So, hey, we're going to keep it rolling, though, man. We're going to move it to the next segment, which is called the Focus Point. And the first question, I'm going to take it away again. We like to dig in our guest past just a little bit, right? Just to see what made you who you are today. And you said something a little earlier. You said, what you say about the circumstances like we grew up in is what made us who we are. So tell us about that, man, and your time coming up in, what is it, Columbia?
Columbiana. Yeah, I
know. Columbiana, Alabama?
It's like
yeah.
The big city. Yeah, well, I'm actually born. I was actually born. I'm a Grady baby. I was born in Atlanta. And, my mom and my sperm donor, they didn't see eye to eye, so she moved back home. She's from Columbiana. Grew up in Columbiana, so we moved back home, and I've been there. I grew up there 7 is when we moved back, 6 or 7, and so I was there kind of from then on. But my upbringing is literally about the same as most people that kind of look like me in that sense. And I, one of 6. My mom was a single parent most of her life, and I was the oldest of four. My older two older than me got adopted by my grandmother. So then it was us four left. And so I was forced to kind of be a dad, take on the dad role at an early age. And man, honestly, without that, I couldn't be here, man. You know, it's just understanding numbers. You was talking about that, you know. I can remember times coming home and the lights be off, you know. And not because she wasn't doing her job, it's just because it was too much for her. You know, she's working 2 jobs and different things. So I'm getting my sister and brother to get, you know, up for school and getting them out, and then I'm rushing to a practice I might have, and so I said this the other day. I think I spent most of my life wanting a lot of stuff, but never needing anything. Right? You know, does that make sense? And so things you thought you wanted, like a PlayStation 2, but you know, you wanted that, but you need a bed to sleep on, and clothes, and you know, different things. Like I have pairs of Jordans, and so I look back like, how the heck did she get that? Like how do we have that? So as I'm preparing for a kid, so man, you know, humble beginnings. I'm a big Ride Wave fan lately. I don't know.
Okay.
He is. I sometimes I feel like he's rapping to me, like, you know, some of his stuff, man. So I'm thankful, man. I'm thankful for you know, for my upbringing, because without it, you know, the humble beginnings, you would understand, you know, where you are now. You know, gated communities. Like, do you remember pulling into a gated community? I only went to
I can only say that for somebody else. Yeah.
Like the only time I ever went to one is when we was in Halloween. That's every Halloween. We go to the gated community because you can get out and run.
Right.
And you know, Mama would sit at the front of the community. You go, hey, go get up all these houses real quick. Man, come on, man. Now I'm living in it. It's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, man. Where we at with it? Mostly.
So 50 wins.
55.
55.
Okay, I'm not gonna let you short that.
At all.
55.
Please don't ever let me short that.
I'm gonna get all them dang ones. I might not get another one, so I'm gonna get there.
How do you stay humble and motivated after an incredible 4-year run?
Well, because I know it's not all me. It's not all me. You know, coaching is a ministry, and God has chosen me to be the kind of leader of that. But man, I got great coaches, and this would be a perfect time to shout them out. You know, I got great guys around me. It takes a team. Like, you know, we love Nick Saban, and he's the GOAT. So we keep it there. He's the GOAT, right? But look at the people he had around him for a lot of years.
Oh, yeah.
You know, some of them dudes are going on, and they won 2 national championships.
Right.
They're about to compete for national championships. So you got to surround yourself with people who, one, believe in you and see your vision, and then 2, carry out your vision. And then, you know, ultimately, they got to love young men. And so I think I've done that, and I do a pretty decent job of understanding people's character and then trying to put them around me. So Cody Hodges is our OC. He does a phenomenal job. He's probably one of the more detailed people I've ever met in my life. Jeremy Johnson is our quarterbacks coach. Mr. Montgomery himself, Mr. Football, charismatic, young, kids love him, and his knowledge, I watch him grow from, honestly, and he'll be the first one to tell you, I watched him grow in the last 4 years from a young, immature, young adult to a grown man now, where, you know, when he leaves us and goes on and does what he's, you know, goes on and does more things, I'm gonna look back and be like, hey man, I had a hand in that. And Jim Chappell, who's from Montgomery, graduated from Lee, played O-line. Jim's one of my best friends. I watched him grow. There's, you know, as far as the O-line play and offensive minds, you can't find a better one. Tyler Price played for me. He coaches our receivers, young, energetic, a little much at sometimes, but when you're young and energetic, sometimes you gotta get pulled back. Love him, cares about the kids. Aaron Cox is our running backs coach. Does a phenomenal job. We brought him up from Mobile to play with me at Huntington College. So let's say everybody on offense. Yeah. Defense. Billy Lockhart, a former Purple Heart winner in the military. He's the only one on our coach staff that isn't a former college football player. But when you get a Purple Heart and some of the things he's been to, as far as loyalty and caring, I mean, you can't find a better person than him. On top of, he has taken on the role as a defensive line coach, because it's, you know, O-line and D-line coaches, you just can't become. You really gotta invest and want to be a part of that. So, and he took that role on, and he does a phenomenal job. He's been with me the whole time as well. Trey Wilson is our linebackers coach, graduated from Lee as well. Played at Toledo. Trey's young, still understanding a lot, but his mind and his love for the kids and love for the game is tremendous. And then Sawyer Kendricks is new to our staff this year, and coaches the DBs and does a wonderful job. We're still growing and knowing in Sawyer, but the way he worked this year, I'm extremely proud of him and happy. And then our old man who doesn't get to be around as much, McCoy Hunter, he's like a father to me. And as far as his coaching career, he makes sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, holds me accountable. So shout out to that staff. I hope I don't leave nobody off. No, I didn't. Coach Black, we added a GA this year, and he grew on to the staff. Okay. Coach Black, he did a good job as well. So
shout out to the staff.
Shout out to the staff. You can't do it by yourself.
For sure.
You can't do it by yourself. And I ain't never gonna tell nobody that I do it.
So my question's two-part.
Okay.
What drives you to keep this fire burning? I mean, and I heard you run off the list of coaches, to keep this thing energetic.
When you say what drives me, what we talking about? Football, win games?
The entire thing, the recipe. What keeps you motivated?
Well, I coach with a chip on my shoulder, so I mean that chip is always going to be there. I love. This is a running joke. Here we go. I screenshot everything, every negative thing I can find. I screenshot it, and I use that as motivation to go prove people wrong. My AD even he'll make little gestures and say little things to me because he knows they get under my skin, and I'll take it and run with it. Like, we probably can't beat them.
Right.
So, and truth be told, man, I hate the feeling of losing more than I like the feeling of winning. True. You don't sleep when you lose, man. Like I just think back to over the years as far as the rejection. Because you remember the first girl you asked out to say no. Do you remember how you felt? Don't worry about the ones that said yes.
Right.
That one that said no. You stood there and you got your confidence up. You walked up and you were chest out. Maybe it was at a dance. Maybe it was at a mall. My first one was at a mall. And you got your little swag. Got your little you perpetrating with the phone that don't work. And she said no.
Said no.
Do you remember the feeling? You look back. What was your homeboys doing?
Crazy enough, my own personal story, just real short. Yeah, they laughed because he walked out with her instead of me. So that's pretty heartbreaking. But I'm not gonna go into that. We ain't gonna talk about that today. That's still my dog.
You know what's crazy? Mine is terrible. So I've always been the outgoing, goofy talker. We were in a mall, Spanish field trip. I walked in my boys and Tyrone, JC, Fatty, whatever, y'all listening. And they were like, let me go talk to her. I was like, I got it, bro. I got this. Yeah, I approached her. Hey, how you doing? What's good? Boy, can't you see I'm on the phone? Loud, went off. I stood there, turned around, they laughing. I was like, y'all don't like this. It's like, I don't like this at all. Right. So all that to say, I prefer to win than I I prefer to not lose than I prefer winning.
Right.
My kids say, are you ever happy about winning? Not really. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do.
And crazy enough, you guys have gone through, this is the second time y'all reclassified?
No, sir. Oh, yeah. 3A, 4A, 5A. So second time we reclassified. Right. So we were 3A reclassified to 4A, then reclassified to 5A. And now we're going to reclassify to 6A.
I don't know if for everybody that knows football or don't know football, that is extremely hard to reclassify and not only go through dominantly doing this. I mean, you don't just pick up and win in a different classification. Once you get to the next level, when you see
it's gonna be hard.
From 6A to 7A now, it's like a full step.
It is hard.
It's very hard.
It's very hard. Yes, it is. It's very hard. Very hard. But once again, when you surround yourself with people that care about your goal and they invest the time, then you can go do something. Right. Mm-hmm. Like you guys, you invest in the time, you can go do something. Somebody probably say, you can't do this. You can't do this podcast. Right. Why would you do that? You can't do this. You work. You don't have time in it. Motivation. Now you got it. You're right. So we continue. Like I said, man, I screenshot everything, man. We want to. I coach with a chip on my shoulder, man. I want it bad. And somebody asked me last year, actually, an older coach who I value his opinion on a lot of things. He said, this is last year. You made it to the top, man. He said the hardest thing you ever do is you think it's climbing a mountain, but it's when you get to the top of the mountain. Mm-hmm. And now everybody's looking at you and they want to come knock you off. When you're climbing, you're just climbing. All you're doing is looking up. You got something. When you're up there, all you got to do is look down. Right? The only way to go is down. So when he said that, let's go to work because I don't want to get knocked off. Sure, I want to step there as long as possible. I want to be up there as long as possible.
Okay, man, you gotta You fairly young, bro. So you got a long.
Fairly young. I am young. Watch it.
What are you doing, Juice?
We get old, man. We get old. Hey, man.
We get old.
Talk about it, Juice.
Oh,
He
good.
trying to put you out. He trying to put you out.
I'm still 20, 10, and 5 on the court.
You know?
I'm not a sports person.
You need some of my basketball.
I'm just saying. I don't even know. But to ask the question is, to start your head coaching career off so strong, you know, what's the next step? Like, you thinking about going to college?
So my dream was to coach in college. That's all I ever want to do. That's all when I got into this profession, I thought that's what it would be doing. But, God's plan is a lot greater than anything we got set up. So if you'd asked me that question 10 years ago, everybody would have told you, hey, you're going to college. But I don't think that's my goal anymore. I love NIL. I think it's great. I love what they're doing for those kids, but I think it's out of control. And I think the transfer portal is out of control. I'm a fan of raising young men.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And how do you raise young men? You put them through difficult situations because that's what life is.
Sure.
And so in high school, even though you can leave and transfer and all that thing, it's still the most pure game of football we have left. It's hard to coach a kid that probably makes more money than you,
Right.
and then on Tuesday he can leave and go to your rival. That's hard, man. That's extremely difficult. And where's the value and where's the loyalty in that? And I'm not bashing college football. I'm just saying from my standpoint of what I feel, I want to be able to reach out and touch young men. And sometimes you have to do that in a very difficult. They might not see it. Wait, like I'm gonna give you an example. Our running back Giovanni Hayner probably had about a total of 50 snaps, 50 carries his junior year. He was upset. He was hurt. We had a kid that kind of got hot, and Gio got hurt, and it was hard to get him back in the rotation. Well, the next year he works his butt off, and he wins 5A state championship, MVP. Well, if he would have, if it was college football, he would have left.
Yeah.
He never had that opportunity. He got into the portal. He went somewhere else, and so I just think it's something to be said because in life, man, it's gonna hit you. And you can't go, well, I'm just gonna leave. No, them bills still there. You can move the house. That power bill's still $500. You're just gonna follow your butt over there. So I just think that we got to put some kind of regulations on it. I do think they should make money because they are bringing tons of money to it. I do think I'm not against any of that. I do think that you just being able to do whatever you want to is absolutely insane. I'm not a fan of that.
So over the course of the years, they changed the rules to.
Yes, ma'am. So to really answer your question, I'm just a fan of trying our best to create more American men. Men that get up, they take their butts to work, they work hard for their wives, they're raising kids, and you can't do that if all you do is run in your life. Sure. That's what my father did. He ran, and he never came back. So,
Okay. So tell me, man, what does it mean to you to be like a prominent fixture in these young men's lives?
It means everything. It's everything. It's the reason. Like, so it go back to that standard thing. So my standard has been raised because they view me that way. Mm-hmm. You don't think I want to go out and get drunk and walk the streets or smoke or whatever? Yeah, that's the human nature, right? That's the human nature. But because I am who I am to them, I can't let them down. I can't do that to them. And so and they know they know how I am. They'll be the first man. Hey man, Coach A, yeah, I'm here. So it's now I don't view myself the way y'all view me. I'm just Kirk Johnson from Columbia, Alabama, man. I'm just thankful that God chose me. Why, I don't know. And hopefully, when the good Lord calls me home, somebody will tell the story on why. But I'm.
Oh, they definitely tell it. You got a story to be told.
So I'm just thankful. I'm thankful.
So it's never really up to you to decide if you're the GOAT or not. You gotta leave that up to the people.
Yeah, to the people.
And we the people.
We get a say so, right?
We the people.
I mean, what would you rather me say?
No, I mean, so I've always said I want to sit at all the tables that I want to be in all the rooms I never got let into and all the tables that never let me sit at. And I view coaching the same way. So when you were growing up, like in the type of household I grew up, They had the little kids table over there, right?
Right.
You know, they had the teenager table might have been kind of spread out, but then they had the grown folks table. The grown folks had the cards.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I've always wanted to be at that table. And so I'll be coaching like that. I'm not at that table yet, but I'm coming.
Okay.
You don't feel like that?
Nah, man, you got
It's no way that you can tell me in 4 years of 55 wins
55.
that you don't feel like you sit at the table with the big dogs.
Nah, man.
So you at the teenage stage. So you feel like you at the net table.
I feel like they've let me in the room, and I'm looking. I'm waiting on my turn to get in the table so I can play spades with them.
Okay.
I'm sitting there.
Hey,
At a spades table right now.
Give me my four.
Give me the 4 big dogs that's sitting ahead of you.
Mark Freeman's in it, man. He there's no better. I mean, he's playing chess, man. Everybody else is playing checkers. And the reason why I say he's the GOAT is he's done it at every level, right? He was in the AISA, which, right? He did at Bessemer Academy 1-1. Went to Gulf Shores, turned the Gulf Shores program around, didn't stay that long enough, then went to Spanish Fort 1-2 at Spanish Fort, left Spanish Fort, and now he's Bill Thompson. He's got 11 state championship rings.
damn.
Yeah, talk about it. See what I'm saying? So, but with the way
But
you just did that face,
you still got 3 seats left.
talk about the way you just did that. The way you just did that face, I want that same face.
Okay.
So Mark Freeman would be in there.
Now pause. You see how tough that just got?
No, it ain't tough. I'm trying to decide between a couple people.
Okay.
Because you got. So I'm just name some guys. He's my GOAT. So Mark Freeman's the GOAT, but I'm gonna just name some guys. Danny Horn is phenomenal, man. I got the pleasure of beating him this year, man. My staff will tell you I did not sleep. Like I didn't sleep because that was an opportunity to get in the room.
Right.
That was an opportunity to get in the room. Not at the table. Just let me in the room.
Just in the room.
Let me in the room. I want to be in the room. Like, y'all dealing it out. Let me stand and watch.
Sure.
Let me stand and watch. See how I look. So Danny Horn's in there. Paul Benefield at Fife. Actually, put him too. He already in there. He at the table with Mark Freeman. The way he's done and the way he controls his entire city from the way they're, from when they're peewee and their mindsets all the way up to they leave. Right. He does a good job with that. So the fourth one is the one I was really thinking about. So I love Keith Etheridge. I think what he's done is awesome. He did it at Leeds. He did it at Oxford. Now he's doing it at Auburn. So I value that. There's also you got Terry Curtis at UMass Wright.
Yeah. I pick up what you put down just to say, but for us to see it happening, my brother, and I can tell you, I mean, and I know we've had our own personal conversations to say, I know a couple of kids that was there, and they're from our hometown, Wetumpka, and it's like, man, how do you take them? And he was like, take them. I ain't taking them. I don't want to be in that shit. Basically, that's my language. He didn't say it like that, but right now, like, I'm the juice. But I mean, just looking at it like that, brother, it's nothing anybody can tell me.
I just tell people
different.
I just tell people all the time, man. If I was in the Birmingham area and my son had an opportunity to play for Mark Freeman, I'm going to do whatever I can to get my son in a position to play for Mark Freeman. Period. So I think that in today's world, people do whatever they can to put their kids in the best opportunity.
In the best situation.
Period. I mean, like back in the day, you maybe couldn't have. You didn't have the network to get the job that was down.
Right.
Our kids know these. Like I pull up the scouting report and I'm like, hey, this is Bobby Wagner. And they're like, what coach? That's little Tutu. I'm like, who?
Yeah.
How we know him? I'm like, okay, whatever. They already know him because of social media and the internet and all this stuff. The access to each other. And so I just think that, when that whole recruiting, man, ain't nobody calling nobody. I ain't doing none of that. I mean, it's you hold yourself to a standard and you continue to try to put out the best products and people want to come be a part of that, period.
Right. Okay.
So, just Trey, what Wetumpka used to be? 6A? 8-6?
We started at 5A. Once we got there, we became 6A. So they've
been 6A for a long time. And they've had some dudes come through there, man.
Yeah.
Like they got some dudes that
just to say that he knows Kendall.
Yeah.
Kendall
Jamal Golden.
Jamal,
and all that, man. I know.
So he's a part of our class.
Yeah.
He ain't an old guy. So I mean he has seen
Kendall and Jimbo, our O-line coach, are literally best friends. And so and I've grown to know Kendall a lot more lately. So shout out to them guys. We done left off Mr. Alabama State himself, Keywan.
Oh,
Riley.
yeah.
Shout out to Keywan.
My classmate.
Yeah, Keywan. So I actually knew Keywan a lot more in college than I knew Kendall and all them dudes.
Me and him just had a heart-to-heart too. And that was my buddy I was talking about that stole my girl. I wasn't gonna put that out.
Keywan.
That's my dog.
Why?
We just
Keywan.
talking-
You know we got some stories. Why? We got some good ones. Man.
Man, I knew it. I knew I had a promise you I got.
Middle school?
No,
High school?
we were in high school.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we were balling together at that time.
I ain't gonna. We
Yeah,
We'll
but we understood. You know what I'm saying? That was never anything I ever held against me. But I'm like, the best man won.
Yeah.
You took the job for that one, my guy.
Yeah, you got that demon guy.
Yeah.
To move it along. So coaching have its consuming times, it be time consuming. So, like, what kind of toll do it take on your family?
It takes a huge toll. And this would be a perfect segment to jump in on the wife right there. And because I'm gonna start by saying this is where I failed the most. There's 3 areas of life that I think that you always gotta be up, try to keep it up. That's your faith, right? That's your family, and that's your personal health, right? And this is the one where I think I'm the worst. It's because I got such a good wife that understands sports. So she's a daughter of a mom who's single mom most of her life, but a daughter of a mom who was a principal and a coach. So she was always, in the bleachers writing, doing her homework or carrying some bags or something. So she gets it.
Right.
And so I'm a zombie. Like I'm so routine and ain't even fun. I leave the house every day at 4:45 or 4 o'clock, depending on where we are in the playoffs. I get to the school, I do my thing, then I come home, I kiss her, I go eat. I do the same thing. So you have to have you someone that really gets it.
Yeah.
Because there's wives on our staff that don't get it, and they're like, hey man, you need to come home, or hey man, you need to get your butt over it. Like, so my wife gets it, so I'm very thankful for that. But it takes a toll. First couple of weeks you're just excited, see football's back, right? And then you kind of get rolling, and then I just black out. When the playoffs hit, I wish she was here. She would tell you, it's like, who is this guy? Like I don't talk, I don't say much. She might give me a list of things that need to be done. I do them.
Right.
And I keep, I'm trying to figure out, man, how we gonna stop Buck Sweet, man? What we gonna do? So
is that Juice? Who's Juice?
Man, that's crazy. I hope you guys don't know him that well. He was a guy in college. Shout out to Wooga Pate. Gave me that nickname. They just said I had it. Just whatever it is, they said you had it, and it was the Juice, and so it just kind of stuck. And it's crazy, man. I think I lived some different lives because growing up I was Booney. That's my nickname. Growing up in where I'm from, and then I got I changed high schools, and then I became Kirk. I could take my name, and got to college, I became Juice, and now I'm Coach J, and it feels good. I'm about to be dad, so that's a new name I'm about to get. And so, man, he was just a guy that, man, he really is. I'm still here. It's who I am, man. It's just get the shit done, man. Whatever you got to do, get the shit done. And
sound like?
by any means necessary, man. It's just get the shit done, and I ain't. I don't want to get on here cussing, but ain't nobody else gonna do it.
True facts.
Somebody got to do it, and Juice was doing it.
Hey, I was doing some reading on you, man, and
Oh shit, what are you reading?
the Juice had the juice in college, man.
That's right.
Not even just college. Were you always a linebacker?
No, man. No, talk about it, man. So I actually got recruited to play running back. I went to Stanford, and they switched my dang position, and I transferred down here, and guess what? They switched my dang position. So anyway, I ended up playing linebacker. It's probably the best thing. Like I said earlier, guys playing, you be trying to duck it and dodge it, I think about the whole marriage situation. Like, man, I ain't about to do that. Guy like, all right, got you. You ain't? Cool, got you. So, man, yeah, I played running back, man. I thought, and my high school coach, I pray to God he watching this, because I was like, man, I ain't playing no linebacker. In high school we played ways back there. You didn't come out the field. So, man, I was like, man, coach, I didn't play no defense. Man, you might want to really I ain't considering nothing. Well, play defense the whole college career, so it is what it is. actually played quarterback growing up, man. Man.
Okay.
So out of your
that's a big
position
transition.
that you don't play, which one would be your favorite?
Oh, I love linebacker. It was where I needed to be. I like to hit. Running back, man, there was times I probably should have did something instead of, and then try to go break it, but I'm trying to run you over and stuff. And,
Right.
and linebacker, man, I love defense because there's a lot of people that can get the glory. It's not just one person. You can have all 11 getting the glory technically, right?
Yeah.
And so I really, really, really enjoyed that. So
Before we go too far,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
it
something.
went down.
it's Facebook. It's Facebook.
Yeah, it's Facebook a little bad.
We still here with the
Yeah.
YouTube.
That's okay. We're good.
We good.
I just wanted to say, you have set a standard here, and I've seen more young men go into D1.
Come on. Hey, now you talking. Talk about it.
I've seen more young men now in the past 4 to 5 years go D1 than I've ever seen.
Talk about it.
Coming from one place.
Come on.
You know, I
I'm
mean,
Catholic.
right.
Right.
We
Okay.
literally, and it's
Okay, for my
I mean,
terminology, break that D1. What is that?
this Division 1. So this is gonna be your top tier of schools you're gonna go
Talking
to
about like
in
5,
college.
6, 8.
So we're talking about the Alabamas, the Auburns,
Come on.
Oklahoma State that I just seen.
Come on,
my
Joe
boy
P.
Joe P.
My guy, Joe P.
Man,
Oh, yeah, you vested to that one.
Oh yeah. That's my guy.
Yeah,
that guy.
yeah.
But I mean, even
Caleb.
yeah,
Oh.
even with Caleb
Luke.
and Troy, man, Luke, yeah, bro, he has put out.
Do you know what the best thing about all that is? They come home.
True.
They come home. You can put people wherever you want to put them, but the greatest testament of a coach is the ones that come back and see you.
Right.
They come home.
Yeah.
Like I cry talking about it. They come home. When you have an impact on some kids' lives and you're trying to do things the right way, they come home. I just had Kylan and Jordan, at the house the other day. They pull up on me, coach, you about to pull up, cool, whatever. Watching them argue again had me over there just about to cry. Because when they're in high school, they're like brothers. They're arguing. One's at Clemson now, one's at Tennessee.
Talk about it. You see this? Run him off. I mean, there's no way he's not putting him anymore.
Ole Miss, Tennessee. We got Miles at Middle Tennessee. We got Cobb at Auburn. Caleb Troy. We got Jamin Augustus at Coastal Carolina. We got his brother at Northern Iowa. We have Wilson Hodges at Middle Tennessee. Joe P. Oklahoma State. We have Marcus Dees just graduated from Wofford with a degree in engineering. Talk about it. You got Brian Anderson, North Carolina. You got TJ Dudley, Ole Miss. I said him. You got and then everywhere. So
can we get these young men a round of applause?
Yes.
Your name is out there.
So shout out to all that, bro.
But just to say,
Gabe Russo, Auburn. I'm just thinking about him as we see him. So.
to just say that, man. I mean, it's early in our show, well, midway, but I want to just personally give you your flowers on
Appreciate
that, brother.
that.
It's a dream for us to see it, and I mean, you see so many people, and you know so many people that are not going to go D1, or you never get to reach that opportunity, and you have opened a floodgate.
And for me, man, it ain't about the D1. I just want them to get the heck away from here.
Mm-hmm.
Get you, go open your eyes to. I mean, I went to more places in college than I have any other time in my life.
True.
The road trips,
Right.
going to this state, like, and then the people you meet.
True.
My wife's from New Jersey.
True.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Right.
Like, how did?
Right.
Like,
Columbia,
and I
New Jersey.
would have never ever went to New Jersey, right? You know what I'm saying? I had a relationship in college with a girl from Illinois. Like, I got to go to the Bears game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you open your eyes because what you think the world is, it isn't. There's so much more stuff out here for you to see and be around it. Joe P, we had breakfast this morning and we went to church together and all that. And one of the things he said is he's just ready to get out there because it's a new world.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new world. You don't know, man, Oklahoma,
brother.
it's crazy.
It's very much crazy. And to say that I've seen those young men, like, and I'm not too much older than them, but just to say that we've seen them come up as young boys and being in the place that we are, Wetumpka isn't cream of the crop. You know what I'm saying? We still in a small rural area, but just to see them come from there to have faith and trust in you.
Well, man,
Let me say this, black man. I appreciate you. and I love you for everything that you have going on, brother. Because you don't get that.
I appreciate it.
And you, not to say we just don't get that in general, because we do have other coaches and committees that are putting on and they doing their thing. But for this to come from here in Montgomery, to have somebody as close as you that's from Alabama, man, you don't get that.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man.
You know,
Shout out to those kids and their parents.
Yeah.
Like,
Support.
it's hard to go to Catholic, man. It's hard. It's not easy. You got to pay money, the rigor of the education, the upkeep of your appearance. It's difficult, but you know those parents saw something like we were talking earlier.
Yeah.
Like those parents,
If you want your child to
you
be
want
the
your
best.
child to be the best, and so man, and that whole Joe P story make you really get on your knees and start crying. So shout out to my guy Joe P, man.
Okay. I love the relationship. I heard you mention a few times about your interaction with the parents. I love the relationship with the parents because I can recall growing up playing football from Pee Wee, high school. I don't think my aunt raised me. I don't think she ever really met any of my coaches besides maybe Pee Wee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think you got to make yourself available. You know, and I'm a personal guy. There's some relationships that are better than others. Truth be told, I hate parents because they all have their own agenda, right? And my agenda is the team's agenda, and sometimes that they don't line up like you want them to. But we want, I tell people all the time, we want what's best for every kid. I mean, I can't give them that though. I can't give every kid the ball. I can't give every kid whatever. So I'm just thankful that for whatever reason, because I'm gonna keep saying this, God continues to put the right people in my life in order for my life to get glory. And we're on a podcast and y'all are giving me, but at the end of the day, man, I'm telling you, it's more than me. It's all the people that keep me grounded. It's himself, God himself, and my wife, it's the coach staff, et cetera, et cetera. So, but there's so many great stories that that people don't know of. C.J. Persons, went to Indiana, right? And he was, and I look back on his story and I go, man, golly, that's God. That's God using me to get to him, and now he's out doing, marvelous things, and so I'm just thankful, man. Just thankful.
Would you think you'll do a Pee Wee camp?
Actually, we do. We do.
Oh, you do?
Yes, ma'am. We do a Nights Under the Lights camp in the middle of the summer. I can give you the date. It's like July the 17th or something like that. We do it every year. And we the whole city comes out. We have a lot of kids. Come on.
And then again, I said I don't know nothing about sports.
It's okay.
But I've been here y'all throwing around Pee Wee. So
Yeah,
I know
it's okay. It's okay.
A little bit under high school, so that's like junior high. So what is the ages?
We go K5,
Oh.
K5 all the way up to like 6th grade. So Jeremiah Cobb came back and he brought the whole running back court last year. So he brought DeMar Alston. He brought 2-7. Gosh, somebody. Sorry, I'm running it off. I can't even get his name right now.
I'm an Alabama fan.
Anyway, he brought the whole crowd back. He brought all the guys back. And so that was cool to have some players in college out there.
Jacquez Hunter.
I'm
not one of those.
Yeah. Jacquez Hunter. And you know what was great is those young men really, really poured into them kids that day. And so that's one of the things we always would do. We used to do a 3-day camp. Nobody wants to do camp for 3 days in football. So we do it under the lights. We turn the lights on. We have a blast, man. So this year, Bull and Jordan and all them, we're going to try to make it back. We're trying to set the date now, so it's crazy you bring it up. But I want the guys to pour back into their community.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
So, just to give you a segment to breathe and not be Coach J, top 5.
Top 5.
Do you prefer rap, R&B, country music?
What mood am I in?
This is Kirk.
Your personal top 5.
Coach J.
Dead or alive.
Oh, we're talking about musicians, period?
Musicians.
Oh, I thought you were asking me, do I like rap on? Okay. Top 5. Come on, Meg J. I know you probably already riding them off. Lil Wayne's in there. I ain't gonna give him no list, but Lil Wayne's in there. If you grew up in the era I grew up in,
yes, sir.
Wayne was everything.
Right.
Wayne was everything. I'm a huge J. Cole fan. Love J. Cole. Talk about it, man. What you know? Okay. I'm a huge J. Cole fan, so I'm gonna throw him in my top 5.
Okay.
I know that he's not top 5 overall, but I'm gonna put him in my top 5.
We can debate that.
No, he on the outside. He in the room. He in the room.
Right.
He ain't at the table yet. He in the room.
Sure.
All right, so 5. So J. Cole, Lil Wayne. Man, all right, okay. So I kind of went mellow. So I'm gonna go like a crunk music situation here. I used to love Pastor Troy. Pastor Troy.
PT.
I used to love Pastor Troy. And I'm gonna say Jeezy too right there. Them two together. Because back when I was trying to get right in the game, and Pastor Troy, a lot of people probably don't even know who Pastor Troy is these days. But Jeezy and Pastor Troy are my go-to. So I'm gonna put them together. That was just kind of my go-to. And then I'm gonna give some modern. Drake's got to be in there, man. His
catalog.
His catalog is
crazy,
ridiculous.
It's crazy.
And then presently, man, I can't get off Ride Wave. I can't get off of it, man. I don't know. The kids,
don't want the young kids.
man, I ain't lying, man. The kids used to tell everybody to do it all the time, man. And they keep you young. Let me just say that, because the young boys, the babies, the little baby, I ain't never listened to none of that. And then they bring it, go play this song, and you start listening to it. The whole Ride Wave called me quick. Oh, I'm like, this dude talking now.
I seen the video. He had a little girl and her feelings at his concert.
Man, hey.
So,
I've been unfortunate that I haven't made it to a concert. Both times he's hosted a concert in Alabama. It was during the state playoffs, and so I couldn't get myself up there. But he is hosting one January 27th in Nashville, and I believe I'm going to be there.
Let's do it.
You say you're gonna be in Huntsville?
No, Nashville. Shout out to him on that.
So I would like to ask, what is the end goal for Mr. Kirk Juice Johnson?
That table we were talking about, that's the end goal.
The big time.
To be when my name comes up, and we're talking about end goal on earth, because the end goal is heaven, and when you leave, people speak your name in a positive, positive light and talk about the things you did. But my end goal, as far as what I'm doing, is I want to be at that table. I want people to be like, man, that dude, that man coached his butt off. Right. He and he did it the right way.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of crazy shit that be going on in the world. But we want to know to you, what is something that's going on in the world now or happened in the world that makes you sit back and say, damn, what the hell really going on?
Well, we know what that is, and I'm gonna try to keep it unpolitical as possible. I am a fan of American men and American women. Mm-hmm. I'm a fan of man and woman. Mm-hmm. I think that the man should take his butt to work, and he should work his butt off while the woman works too. Mm-hmm. And I think they should create a home for their children. Okay. And I think that's what I'm gonna kind of do my best to leave it there without saying anything to offend or going crazy.
Well, hey y'all, we do miss Joe. I'm sorry, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
We miss you today. Sorry you couldn't make it. Our other co-host.
Conspiracy co-host. He's the chaotic one. So with you saying you're leaving that, he wouldn't let you.
Yeah.
Well, I just think
you will definitely be in.
I just think that
Cause he loved that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. God separated us for a reason.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He created you for a reason.
Yeah.
True. Live out his plan. I'm gonna try my best to keep it there.
I take that.
I take that too. That's good.
I'm not joking.
How they want to go nowadays with the kids.
Right.
They take the kids too fast.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Let them be kids.
Yeah. And that's another thing. We'll talk about that. I'll shift the gears and we'll go there. That way I can really speak on it. I think that us letting these high school boys leave and go play college early is crazy. Yeah. Like, be a kid while you can be a kid, because you ain't ever gonna get that. Y'all know dang well y'all think about things like, well, I wish I can go back and do like you gonna be
every day.
Yeah, it's gonna be, and I understand like this situation where the money and you guys, I hear all that. I'm a living witness.
Yeah, y'all blessed to do it now,
but you can't get prom back.
Talk about it.
You can't get the weekends where you all sitting in the same room with your homies bored together. So you ain't bored.
Right.
You can't get that back, right? And so I just told you, you about to have the best semester of your life. Sure. You know you're graduating. you know, you done got your credits, and now all you gotta do is just show up to school.
Right.
Just show up to school, man. I had a blast my senior year, second semester.
Do you know that's the only time I've ever been suspended in my life? My senior year, I had senioritis. Once we got to the finish line, literally, I got suspended for one day. The last week of school.
Well, you better than me, because that's not, I mean,
my mom was like, yeah, I don't know what else to say. At the time, Miss Usa, shout out to Miss Usa, she was like,
she was hardcore.
there's nothing I can do for you. I mean, it's on the record. I can't just say that I'm gonna let you go do this. I mean, because we've done some things, and she's like, hey, we're gonna slide this one rug. Go ahead on, scrub. So, but
I stayed up in the principal's office.
yeah, me too. But it was for other things. Like I was a TA, so I was privileged.
I had all that too.
Yeah, I was privileged enough to leave to go get lunch. I never ate
talk
lunch.
about it. Yeah, did that too.
That was the best.
Would overstay my welcome on that too.
Yeah,
But I was office aide, but I was in there trying to change grades.
all that.
That was stupid.
But kids, I mean,
Lunchroom aide, I was Skittles in the pocket.
So, all my seniors and everybody else that's listening, enjoy it.
Yeah, man,
You don't get this
you
back.
don't get that back.
You don't get
Like
that
I
back.
look back,
It's the
man.
youthfulness of you.
Man, you can't even like the sports part of that. Like, come out and play. I'm like, man, I don't want to play that. I would have went back and played. I'd have played everything. I'd have done it all. Cause you can't get it back. You don't.
Yeah.
Man, you might get a pickup basketball game when you get home. Your knees, your back, everything hurting. So like, you don't get that stuff back, man. So I just. That's something I'm not a fan of. Us rushing people to adulthood. Let them be children while they're children.
Be kids.
For sure.
Cause I'm gonna have a birthday party in the backyard. We gonna do finger painting.
All of that.
Yeah,
And now, because the world of college football is such an influence to kids, my son is like out of whack with everything. He was just recently with some of his other little friends, and they all play football.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said again, he's the number guy, so he's like, Daddy, I don't really think that's gonna be the right thing for me. So I mean, this is him talking. He's 5. Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't think I want to do that. That looks like it's gonna hurt me.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
And that's
all right.
That's
Cool. You don't want to do that.
One of our best players is like that.
I'm like, you can be what you want to be, son. So he's more so on that end, but man, they are taken away from our youth. It is so many kids that go to not just football camps. Football camps were fun.
Yeah.
They have 2-a-day trainings. I'm seeing nowadays they have like this small little transfer portal thing that's going on here in the city. And it's like, I don't understand this. Why you just want to let these kids play football? Like we had a city league, but that was
But you know what? How many people do you know that still loves the game?
It's not a lot.
There you go.
It's
Well,
not a lot.
if you don't love it, you won't last long.
Yeah.
You won't last long.
If you don't have a good
A lot of it
coach
is
or
business.
something,
Like,
things like.
It's all business transactions.
Yeah.
It's all business transactions. You gotta love the game. I love it, man. It saved my life. I love it. So.
I like that.
Well,
to the next segment.
Yeah.
The next segment.
Well, what we have here, we call this facts or yak.
Yiggity yaks.
Oh God, I'm drinking this.
Oh well,
I got my water.
Yeah, right. We'll stick to the water today. So, what we do is ask you a series of questions.
Okay.
True or false answers.
Okay.
Facts if you get it right.
Okay.
Or yak.
Okay.
Well, not all are true or false.
Not all the true or false.
Not all are true or false.
Okay.
Sure.
And you already know the answer to these questions.
Yeah.
I have.
Okay.
Yeah, we know.
I know that was gonna be about me.
I mean, yourself, like,
We
probably
know
one or
that.
two.
Not necessarily about you, but you know, and
Okay,
it
let's
plays
get
in
it.
the
Let's get
deal.
it. Come on, man. I'm a trivia guy anyway. I'll be dominating.
Well,
Okay.
take it away, my guy.
I got you. So we construct a list.
Okay.
With this list, and you're a coach, so I'm talk to you, you know. So with this list is like, you got your starter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as a coach, you and I know it's somebody ain't getting in the game. Just saying, somebody ain't getting in. So you got your starter, you got up here, then you got that guy back there that he's on the team, but he's just on the team.
Okay.
Right? So I need you to rank this, not like the top 5, you gotta rank it like your starter to that guy over there. So with this list, man, we got your sisters, we're gonna group them as one.
Okay.
Got your sisters, got your brothers,
Okay.
we got mom,
Mm-hmm.
We got coaching. I don't know how far along y'all are in your pregnancy, but
she's a month out.
a month out. Okay. Okay. Even though that kid's not here, I know how you feel about it.
Okay.
You know, I'm a father. I know how you feel about it.
Okay.
So we got your kid. We got wifey.
Okay.
So I need you to rank that list from starter, most important, to
Yeah, well, my wife and kid are most important.
Okay.
I chose them. So,
Okay.
They're first. I can't choose my mom. My mom passed away 2 years ago. It's probably the worst situation in my life. But she would definitely be on that list. But so you already helped me out there, so I'm gonna take her off the list because she ain't here. So we're gonna go wifey, kid, my sisters. Since my mom's passed, I've grown an attachment to them that we never had even when we were growing up. So I'm gonna go there. Then I'm gonna go coaching. Then I'm gonna go brothers.
Dang. No, not good.
That's tough, love.
They can feel for themselves.
Yeah,
Those were the two that was raised by grandma.
No. So my older sister and my older brother were. So there's Eric and Erica. They were raised by my grandmother. And then there's Pearl. Then there's Brandon, who passed away as well. And then there's Amber is the youngest. So Amber and Erica, I have grown a super attachment for. My older sister Erica has 4 boys, and when my mom passed, one of the dying things she said is, you gotta get back with your family. And so we did a Disney trip immediately after. I took everybody to Disney, and it changed my heart. It's changed my heart, and so they're over all the time now. And my little sister, she doesn't she won't be having no kids. If you know what I mean. So I'm watching her grow and understand life without mom and being an adult, man, because like I said, it's difficult. It's very difficult. And so some of the things I've been, preaching and fussing, that's what she thinks it is, but it's guidance. And so watching her grow now has been good. And she got her first house, and, stuff like that, man. It's just good to see.
Okay. Well,
Did I rank everybody? Was that?
Yeah. I'm gonna take my shot. Sorry for your loss, man.
So it's crazy. We'll jump in that real quick. I lost my mom the year we lost to Andalusia, and it was probably all on me. It was in the playoffs. My mom was dying, and it was the 4th round. And when she was dying, when she was in the hospital, I was trying to go be with her, and then I'd be missing my team. And then when I was with the team, I'd be missing her, and it was just a tough time. When you grew up the way I grew up, that's all you had, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember hearing the mama jokes and want to go fight everybody? Like it's, like I said, I ain't had no pops, no dad. It was it was a tough situation. But going back to God's plan, without her dying, I wouldn't be as close as I am to my sisters right now. Like it wouldn't. I ain't talked to them for real. I was just trying to live my life. I thought I was doing the right things by trying to go better myself. And so now we group text. Hey, what about this? Hey, let's get together on this. And so that's huge for me right now. So I'm thankful.
Family.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have known what that was outside of mom.
Name the #1 coach to reach 100 wins in the NFL.
Name the
Did I say
coach.
it right?
No, name the coach who
Name the
reached
first
the
coach.
first coach
Yeah, first.
to reach
The
100
first coach to reach 100 wins?
in the NFL.
Vince Lombardi?
Close.
You close.
That
him. So what we do is, that's your final answer?
Yeah. Who could it be?
I don't think you told him to say yeah.
Yeah. Right. That's where I was going with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Don Shula, 1970.
1970. So Vince Lombardi never got 100 wins?
He did.
He probably
He's not the
did.
first.
Why we got so why we Lombardi trophy?
I don't know.
See where I'm at with that? So we ain't Shula trophy. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. So I'm thinking the Lombardi trophy.
Jerry West is the NBA logo. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
I
don't know.
We didn't gonna go down there.
That's truly crazy.
People that get I've had that conversation in the barbershop. That gets wild. All right, so I'm yakking that one.
True. Okay, so how many total tackles did you enter your senior season with as a Hawk?
I don't know. I can give you a rough. Freak. I finished with 223.
Talk about it.
No, not like total that you entered going into your
Yeah. So I finished
Okay,
with
okay.
So I think my senior year I had like 73. So let's take that away. What is that math? So we're gonna say one. I know it's in the 150 to 170 range. So let's go 150, 176. Yak.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
165.
165. I was close.
165.
Come on, man. I was close, man.
He said
Right.
151.
Yeah, it's like you getting in the range.
No, I did know. What did I finish with? 223, 225. What was it?
165.
No, what I finished with.
Oh, you finished with. I didn't see what you
It was
finished.
two. It was two something. I was the second all time. So now I've been passed up though. So now I'm not the second all time. So that records are meant to be broken.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Just to know your name is there all again.
Yeah.
That's something.
They forget about you though.
They do. They do.
Oh yeah. So, what is the highest scoring high school game ever?
I ain't gonna know that. Can you go over 100? I know college is like 222 to 0. It was Cumberland versus Georgia Tech. I know that one. Yeah, that's crazy.
Glad I answered that.
Yeah. High school? Yeah, man, that's a yak. I ain't got a clue. I wouldn't have a clue.
Tell me what it is.
256 to 0
That's crazy. Yeah.
250.
in
Yeah.
1927.
1927.
Yeah. They
In
weren't even,
Kansas.
did they even have people out there playing?
They had the leather helmets and shit.
Well, it's
like
crazy.
that.
This year, they had a score. It was like 96 to 80 or something like that. It was elbow versus
Buddy had like
10
10
touchdowns. And
yeah,
he lost.
yeah,
He
yeah,
lost.
yeah.
Yeah, McKenzie maybe? Was it against McKenzie?
Think.
It was somebody. I don't know. It's crazy. He had 10 touchdowns and lost again.
Yeah.
But the other dude had like 9 touchdowns.
Right.
It's crazy.
Won.
Yeah, and won.
Okay. That scoring game was
Okay,
crazy.
so is it back to me?
Yeah.
I don't like when it make it back.
Yeah.
All right, so my final, true or false?
True or false?
Montgomery Catholic winning a three-peat.
True.
Okay.
True.
Okay.
And for that, I will drink.
I'm gonna take one on that.
Why would you say anything else?
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you know, you believe in what
Man,
you believe
if
in.
that happens, Lord, that dang Lil Wayne 3-peat gonna be playing.
You know, we speak everything into
Yeah,
this, but I want at
Hey, I need to be on the
least say it.
sideline.
Hey, we've been playing Drake back to back.
I need to be on the sidelines when that time comes, bro.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you, this last one was a good. It was cold. It was cold. It was cold, man. It was cold. It was so cold. It was so cold.
I don't know what about T-Town gets cold, man.
No, this was Birmingham.
This is Birmingham.
The first one was T-Town. This was Birmingham. This was cold, man. Like, and I'm one of them. What you wear, it don't matter. So I'm out there. What you see, I'm out there just like this, freezing.
Yeah.
Freezing. My kids though, they were like, Coach, they got sleeves on. We're gonna kill them. I was like, yeah, man, all that. I'm over there like, man.
He going to say
But it's the type of culture and the mindset you've installed, man. 'Cause they showed when they were warming up and they came out with their sleeves on, and I'm over there like, man, it's cold as heck.
And I was sitting there watching, you know, it's like, Kirk is crazy.
Man, yeah.
Now, like he said, he has on this, and he has on
I
gloves.
had gloves on.
And I'm like, where we going with this? Where we going? But
He might have got down the road too a little
And
bit.
you know what's crazy, man? It was like in the first quarter, horn sounds. We're walking over. I'm freaking cold. And the first thought I thought, my dang wife is in the stands with my baby. What's she doing? I was like, hey man, I texted one of the kids. I was like, man, go check on my wife, man. What is she doing up there? Because I thought to myself, like, I know I'm cold,
Right.
and she should still.
cold.
She got a baby. I'm like, no. So anyway, but she thugged it out. So we made an investment in a heating blanket. So we're gonna thug that out next year.
Okay.
Yeah, that can't happen no more.
yeah, it's like,
You might have
it's
put you
bone
on
chilling
the
cold.
Hey, man, it was like 20 degrees.
Yeah.
It was so cold. It was cold, man. I don't know what it was. I'll look back, but it was cold. It was freezing.
As a
Every
player-
lick was hurting me.
As a player, if I'm playing on your team in that situation, Believe me, I got my sleeves on. But I got my sleeves on. But I'm looking at you
And
like,
are we still live? Oh, bad. Because I was about to say, if y'all watching this, please comment up on that. Like, man, no.
no sleeves. Shit,
The mentality.
Man,
Talk
them
about
kids, them kids will be like, if you came out there with them, they'd be like, I swear to God, 2-1 gonna tell you take that shit off.
You are a bitch.
Take it off.
That was a part of my uniform.
Take it off. So when you care more about the way you look than the way you plan.
No, it wasn't the way I look.
So you
The
had.
way I look. I just
Watch
need a
this.
little something.
I love doing this. It's one of my favorite things. So you had sleeves on, right?
Most of it.
Okay, most of the game. What was your record your senior year? Exactly. Them damn sleeves don't matter. them sleeves don't matter.
them boys know they went.
Sleeves don't matter.
We don't. Yeah,
It don't matter, man. That junk. Now, I agree. You got to look good, feel good, all that junk. I ain't gonna tell you what to wear, but we ain't come out here with all that on.
Yeah.
You got yellow and he got blue and green. No, man, we ain't doing none of that. That ain't happening around here.
So everybody just out there freezing
Hey,
their
man.
balls off.
No, everybody out there locked in.
Right.
Yeah.
Locked in.
Right.
Well, I'm looking at you as a coach, and you just out there on the sideline like that, like this.
Freezing. I was
Crazy, number one.
I'm gonna say it. I was
Crazy.
effing cold. I was freezing. I ain't gonna lie. But guess what though? I told you I ain't gonna ask him to do something I ain't doing.
That's what I'm saying. That'll make me wanna.
Hey.
Me seeing you, that'll make me wanna like, hey, let's go get it.
we was just like that. Now.
Let's go get it.
At one point, we was talking about doing it, warming up like that. I was like, nah, I ain't taking my shirt off, but it's too cold. But it's establishing, like I said, that mindset. It's trying to be better than what you ever thought you could be. And I'm telling you, once the game starts,
Right.
But you don't really think about
yeah.
it.
Now I ain't gonna lie, it was
You
a couple,
really shit, you don't think
couple
about
licks. I was like, hey, that would have hurt me.
Yo, running back.
Gio, man, told that thing.
He can hand out some leaks.
Yeah, he was
You
totally
understand
right.
me? If he's not carrying the ball, put him on the other side of the ball. Middle linebacker.
He was-
Because
he was-
punishing
Yeah, he
people.
was shout out to G.
Punishing
Shout out to G,
people.
man.
Toting that rock.
Hey, I hope one day Gio he gets a platform like this and he tells his story. I want you to tell your senior year story, Gio. It's a good one.
Okay.
It's a good
And he
one.
has another young man coming up.
Where's Gio going?
Gio's probably going to Swanee. Or he got some couple things with Swanee. He really vibes and loves the role and you know the atmosphere there. So shout out to Gio. Man.
He's going to play running back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
DJ George's son is somewhere in the mix of all of this.
He on his way.
He's on
He's a Catholic.
Yeah.
dog.
No, I mean he been at Catholic, but he's on his way. So he got more talent than anybody on the team.
Oh.
But we gotta. It's that structure piece we still getting to.
Okay. I seen some clips.
He cold, man. He cold on the other side of the pillow.
Okay. Okay. Shout out to DJ Joe.
Yeah, and I know if you watching, Lord Jesus.
Oh yeah, his name is on this little while. So he's tuned into us.
That fool, that boy. Shout out to him, man.
We mess with old DJ Joe.
I've been rocking with him for a while, man. He good people, man. All the best for his son.
For sure.
So what? This. Oh, you go. You
What do you
wanna go?
think?
This is
Well,
a couple
this,
things.
yeah. We want to open up the floor to you to, reach out to the people.
In what way? I'm more of a question guy, man. I can't. Like when people do that, I'll be thinking about things and I like just give me something to talk about and I can go with it.
Well, say for like they want to reach out to you through your social media sites and different things like that.
Well, I'm Kirk.
When they get you.
I'm Kirk Juice Johnson on Facebook. It's been that way forever. I need to change the juice part, but some people tell me not to.
No, keep
I
that.
like
When I see him scrolling, I'm like,
juice is kind of a part of it's on every car I own. You know, it's Juice Crew, Juice 32, Juice Meg Juice. That's my wife. So Instagram is juice at juice32_32. And I mean social media. My Twitter's the same at juice32. I don't post a lot. I try.
Your college football number, right?
Yeah, 32. Oh yeah. Tatted on me. Talk about it.
Oh,
That's my number all my life. My mama wore that number, so that's been my number all my life. I ain't got a crazy platform on social media. I retweet our stuff, and of course, you celebrate. I'm like everybody else. You show all the good stuff. I celebrate all the good things, and I'm thankful for it. But once again, man, I'll be remorse to say, man, I got a good staff. Like I hope they get their social medias because they good too. So.
Right. So, you got anything else you want to go in? Okay. So, we don't do this a lot. Matter of fact, I don't think we ever did it. But hearing you talk about the people around you, and it takes a village, a team of people to make lift you up on that platform that you're standing on.
and they got to be selfless enough to do that.
Right.
That's the stuff. What I'm saying and what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
So normally I like to tell you that we are here to uplift you, and uplift you, but you've been uplifted and uplifted enough, right? So I'm here to uplift the people that's holding this gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
You know what I mean? Shout out to all the people that's doing the work.
Hey man, we live in a world, and I want to speak on that because we live in a world where and I'm gonna say it freely, we don't want to help each other.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? We
sure.
don't want to help each other.
For sure.
And I want to, and so
Right.
and I'm so thankful that, I mean, like, I think about all the recognition and things and people and all that. I mean, my staff does a good job, and they don't. I ain't never heard nobody, and they could be doing it. I ain't never heard nobody get out of line with it. Like, man, that's me doing that. Cause I
Right.
try to tell them all the time, it's us.
For sure.
Us. So I'm thankful for those guys, man. Coaching is a profession where it's it's kind of shiesty, right? Loyalty is because you can call one of my guys tomorrow from double what I'm giving them, and he like, I'm gone. But most of my guys have stayed down. They stayed down and understand the vision we got, and they want to be at that table. They want to be at that table with me, because if I make it to that table,
I say they there.
I
If you there,
promise
they
you
there.
they there.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna keep the rest of them out, and we gonna get started.
Because y'all deserve it, man.
That's what drives me. I'm gonna shout out one of my guys, Jimbo, man, because Jimbo's from Montgomery, and he coaches kind of like I coach, with a chip on my shoulder, and that's what made me gravitate to him when I first met him. When I meet people, they'll tell you I don't say nothing. I kind of watch from a distance, and I knew then just his passion and love for kids is, he coached City League first, and so that's things that people don't know. So if you know how to deal with little people,
Right.
dealing with the older kids,
Right.
it's easy. And so Jimbo, he's a lot like me in the sense of he sees everything now. He wants to comment, and I'm like, I mean, you can't just because people talking about you don't mean you go out there. Just sit, just hold it. So he's one of the ones that he could have took plenty of jobs, man. He could have been gone, right? My OC could have been gone. Jeremy could have been gone, but for some odd reason, they ride shot with the shot. For sure. Shout out to them.
I mean, it's a great ride, man. I don't think I'm going to...
It won't ever be done again, though.
Right.
Let's just, I'm okay to say that.
Right.
55-2, 2 state championships, 2 semifinals. Our senior class, what they have done is crazy.
Yeah.
They lost 2 games in their high school career.
Right.
2.
So, I mean, why wouldn't you take this ride?
2 games in your, but you didn't know it was. You didn't know.
You
that.
didn't know. Nobody knew
Everybody
it was going to be like
two
that. But
games?
that's insane,
Ever
bro.
knows
2 games.
But they understand you.
2. Now they know. They know that now. They
understand you.
I just wish you could see that. Like, I wish they were somewhere near. So like when this podcast is going, you can look over at them, because when they see me coming, it is coming. Here he comes. So man, but like I said, man, it's I want they all have developed this mind. I mean, like, it's crazy. They developed this mindset, and we all got the same one. And tomorrow for the class of 2026, because it's our first day back from the break, the mindset is back in play. We white tees and gray shorts.
Yes,
So
sir.
everybody, but don't nobody know who you are.
Right.
Don't nobody care who you are.
Right.
And about what you done is about what you about to do.
So, you mentioned coaching. You wanted to be in college. Playing, when you were playing, did you see coaching in your future? Or?
Oh yeah, I ain't never want to do nothing else. Like when you was growing up and you was going to Halloween party, you was Jason and Michael Myers and all them dudes. I was a coach. I had a Wilson, I had a visor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't sell no car. I can't clean no car. I can't do none of that stuff, man. I'm decent with my hands as far as handiwork. Because I want to save $1, but not because I enjoy it. But anybody that knows me will tell you that man was gonna be coaching. Like on the field, they were mad at me. Like, I mean, get over there, man.
Right.
All right, Kirk. Coaching, okay. So growing up, that's what I always want to do, man. It's just, God put that anointment on me a long time before a long time ago. I ain't gonna be like that.
Right. Okay. So where I'm going with this is, man, quick story where I'm going with this. The importance of having a coach that you can believe in and you're willing to give your all for, right? Mm-hmm. High school, Sidney Lanier, going to high school. LC Cole was taking over when I was entering high school at Lanier. And, you know, sending them meetings with him and talking to him and stuff, I believed in him. You know what I mean? Like, that was my guy. I run through a wall for that guy. You know what I mean? And a situation happened, fast forward senior year, situation happened actually in school where I was involved in something. I wasn't involved in something, but I was involved in something.
You was involved.
It's sketchy. It's crazy.
Nobody's watching.
It's crazy.
It's a slippery slope.
Hey, it's crazy, bro. Like I wasn't involved to the point where something had happened, vandalized. I didn't do it, but a young lady said I did it. Type stuff.
You were there.
I walked past it. I walked past it. Okay, but so the fast forward. I'm sitting in the office and the coach come in. Actually, the coach came, one who came and got me out of class. So we walk into the office. I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he's just looking at me like, psh. You know, shaking his head like he can't believe. I can't believe this shit type shit. I'm like, damn, you won't even tell me what's going on. So we get in the office and they telling me what happened and whatnot. And they telling me they about to expel me and all this type of stuff. I'm looking back at him like, you ain't gonna take shit. You know, like, you ain't gonna help me out. You know I ain't doing this shit. So he didn't. He didn't help me out. So that's when I lost trust in that man. You know what I'm saying? That coach. I lost trust in him. Like, man, you don't even believe in me. You type shit. You know, but where I'm going is the importance of having that male role model figure in your life via coach.
I don't want to talk about none of the ones I had to go pick up kids on. I don't believe that, but everybody got their road and their hurdles, and I've definitely had to pull up in situations where, you know, I got one. Here's the worst day of my coaching career. So I had been a head coach for probably 3 months, and I'm laying in bed. I go to sleep, and when I sleep, I go to bed early. I'm a 9 o'clock guy. Like I'm out, lights gone. Okay. And so my phone's vibrating. I'm not lit, you know, whatever. My wife, of course, wakes me up. It's Miles Butler. Miles Butler he's calling me. You got to get up, Coach Jay. You got to get up. Colin, Jordan, and Joe Rogan they wrecked. And I said, what? So I jump up, no drawers, shirt. I run out the door. I'm putting on pants. They wrecked an East Chase. The car was flipped. One of the baddest things I've ever pulled up to. Actually, Joe Rogan ended up not being able to. Jonathan Roden is his name. We call him Joe Rogan. He ended up not being able to play his senior year, hurt his neck. Anyway, so you know, that's the type. I'm up. I'm coming. Like it ain't no where we get. I was out there, and I'm thinking about it. I'm out there. It was cold. I had no drawers on. It was just a bad situation a bad look for me to be out there. But I was out there. You know, I'm trying to, you know, pull them out. So those same kids we talked about, Colin and Jordan, they went to Tennessee and Clemson, and Joe Rogan, we still keep in touch. And so Mom went to Tuskegee. She's a vet. So anyway, so I say that to say I'm pulling up. I'm coming. It ain't no, I don't care what's going on. That's a negative story, but I don't want to talk about nobody that got in no trouble. So.
Right.
It ain't negative. I mean, it is, but it ain't.
Yeah. I don't want to tell you when I had to pull up because somebody was in cuffs. Right. That happens too.
Right. I mean, to hear the story, I felt where you were going with it, where you're coming from with it. Yeah. To understand that and to say, Chad Anderson wasn't that kind of coach. So.
I
ain't like I was at the hospital we were there all night.
Those kids are going to love you for life.
So we have a day one group chat, and when you graduate, you get put in the group chat.
Okay.
And oh my gosh, some of the best. It's good. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. Even their thoughts about me, like, because now you're free to say it. Now you can say it with like, but what? Right, you know, now, Coach, you remember that time when you know, like, oh, yeah. So it's good, man, and I value that. I value that so much because I know what I thought when I saw Tim Smith white hair come around that corner. I was like, man, here that dude come. But now, if he called me right now, I'll lead a podcast. I'm gone. Like, hey, what you need, Coach? Because I value. He saved my life. Yeah. He saved my life.
Yeah. But we are coming to an end, man. Like I said, I already. I ain't up love you. You had enough of that. You had enough of that. Pretty sure you got more coming in the future. 3 piece on the way. 3 piece on the way.
It'd be
so,
nice. It'd be nice.
You know,
Get better every week.
right?
So is it, before you say it, is your slogan now, because I've seen it a couple of times, what they gonna say now?
No, it's talk about it.
Talk about it.
Yeah, so man, yeah, that took over this year. Man, I'm just sick and tired of people talking. So talk about it, man. Say what you need to say. Get it off your chest. Talk about it. So we started that in the kind of coaching in the office. Like when you would read something and you man, talk about it, and then it just caught fire, man.
Yeah.
It's on our new state championship rings.
Okay.
Our kids do it. Like our kids will send us something, and it'd be like they said Montgomery Catholic wouldn't go, and then one of the kids would be like, talk about it. It just caught. And so what all that means is like all the things you want to say, but you ain't saying it. Come on, let me hear it. Man. Get it out. Talk about it.
The rat boy for the rest of the world.
Yeah, the rat boy. Like it's because we ain't doing none of that talking, man. We gonna get after it with these pads on.
Okay.
So and that goes for coaches too, because you know other coaches talk about other coaches. They can't, or why would you? Could you? No, well, back to back.
Right. What you gonna say now?
Talk about it.
I love it.
Yes, sir.
I love it.
Yes, sir.
This is the energy I always need. You know, I mean, and because it helps me go harder. You know,
Right.
I mean, to hear that it's just a coach. You know, a coach is a coach for life, not just football in itself.
Well, it's funny you say that.
Yeah.
Two people. There's two people that encounter every single type of people in the world. Do you know those two people? There's two people, two professions that encounter every single type of people in the world.
Two professions.
A coach and a preacher.
Coach and a teacher.
Not everybody goes to church.
Coach and a teacher.
A teacher, which is a coach, teacher, coach. All right, what's the other one? Everybody has to go at some point. You gotta go.
A doctor.
A barber.
Oh shit.
They encounter rapists, murderers. You don't know because when you're a kid, you get your haircut. You don't know what they're gonna grow up to be.
Right.
Well, the teacher taught him.
Right.
A killer or a preacher or a doctor. They had to be taught at some point, and at some point they had to get their haircut.
Right. Shit. Yeah. That's something to think
So
about.
we're gonna say a stylist for the women.
Stylist.
Let's say a stylist and a teacher tonight.
In the chair. Get in the chair.
So for real, teacher is probably really the only one then. Like it's everybody. Like when you walk in that class, you don't know. Like think about your sixth grade classroom. Man, I got crackheads that are in that classroom. I got preachers that are in that classroom. I got a coach. I got a lawyer in there. Like we were all in that classroom together.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like you know what I'm saying? You know,
That's
like
crazy.
it's
That's not
funny.
even a thought that I really
and that teacher had to manage all the personalities. All them that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
Hey, now
They really
I feel
underpaid.
bad about the teachers now.
Well,
They
really
And they underpaid. Crazy. They underpaid. I'm saying we underpaid. Pay us more.
Hey, talk about it.
Talk about that, man.
Everybody
Yeah,
underpaid.
you get everybody, man. You get all walks of life, man. That's crazy. So poor, rich, broke, racist, not racist, black, Muslim, Christian. I mean, you get a teacher encounters everything. You don't get to go, nope, I don't want to teach that.
Right. Yeah, you gotta take everything.
You gotta get everything.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all know what else crazy?
What?
2025, man.
It just started and all.
2025, and we sitting here with a
Day
winner.
5.
Talk about it.
The winner. The winner.
Talk about it.
You know,
Not 50, but 55.
55.
55.
55.
So them 55, that 5 came in the playoff run.
Yeah.
And then the championship. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Well,
okay.
playoffs is the championship. It's all the same.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, you're right.
I know.
Yeah, you're right.
I never didn't have
It's
it.
been a while.
You know, you want to hear something crazy? You want to hear something crazy? That was my first job. Shout out to D'Angelo Willard.
Okay,
Hired me in Lanier. I was fresh out of school.
for sure.
That was my first job. I never forget my first day on that campus. I don't even want to talk about it. I thought it was lean on me, man. I was like, oh my. I was 22 years old. I didn't know what was going on.
But Joe said you smoke crack, no?
I'm not joking. My first day was some. I ain't even gonna tell you. We ain't gonna do it on the camera. But man, I knew then. I was like, man, they ain't prepared us for this.
Yeah.
It's real.
Welcome to South Court Street.
Yeah, it's real, but and I used to come in that back door at the bottom by the stairs,
Right.
where the closet is. Okay, man, this is wild.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
So,
We ain't gonna harp on that too much.
Yeah.
We'll talk later. But man, yeah, man, we had a good one, y'all.
Yes.
We had a good one.
Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate
for
this
sure.
platform, man. Shine positive light on people. Continue to do it because like I said earlier, we don't want to help each other. So help each other, man. So you can be a bridge to help somebody. I mean, I'm all for it, man. I'm thankful and that you guys view me that way as well too. That
man,
to have me.
Just to say it, and I mean, not to sound too crazy or anything, but the call comes through on my phone, right? I don't know who the hell this is. He said, "Hey, my guy, Kirk Johnson." I'm like, oh shit, I just see you on the TV. You know what I'm saying? And this is me in my grown life living. And I'm like, bro, this is like a starstruck moment. And I'm on the phone for my business, talking with the coach from Catholic. And I'm like, bro, this is crazy. This man just want to stay. And it's like, because that was always a dream for us. You know, us being in the company. I mean, we would make a fairly decent run.
Yeah, man.
Like, we
y'all
never did nothing less
your
than
senior
like,
year? Hold on, 2008? Yeah, y'all should have won it that year.
No, I was 10.
Oh, you were a sophomore. Yeah.
Yeah.
10? No, Jamal.
Yeah.
You should have won it.
Yeah.
Hold on, who y'all got beat by?
McGill Tulin? No, it was McGill Tulin the year
No.
before.
What was the year?
Auburn, we lost to my senior.
Is that the fourth round? Is that the fourth round game?
Yes.
Yeah, y'all should have won it that year. So I was in college. I came to watch that game. Yes.
Auburn ended my high school career.
Yeah, they ended a lot of people's
Bro,
actually.
it was.
Anyway,
I mean,
I cut you on this story.
We've done some things, but just to say, man, we don't get them like you, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
We don't get them like you, and you are a dime. I mean, a needle in a haystack. Let me say that, bro. You are a living legend. It's only one. It can only be one Kirk Juice Johnson. I don't care if you name your son this, and he names
Man,
his
that's
son.
so funny, man, because we almost did. It was almost Knox Juice Johnson.
Yeah.
It was almost Knox is his name. I wanted a 4-letter K word, but I don't like. My name's Kirk Tavius. My mom was tripping.
Listen,
What's your name?
90s era. My real name is Latradius.
That's crazy.
No.
And
I would
my
never put that on my son's birthday.
Mama Resha, so she know, like, if she was still living, it wouldn't be Kirk Davis. Because I'd have been, but out of respect for her, I'm gonna keep it.
Right.
And then, so, it was gonna be Knox Juice Johnson. That's what his name was gonna be. But my brother passed, and so his middle name was Jamal. And so, we're gonna go with his middle name, Knox Jamal Johnson. So you got the name, y'all got the name right here live. And,
got the name live.
Knox Jamal Johnson is his name. But so I want to comment on your story. So it's crazy because I love supporting black-owned businesses, and so I reached out to someone who had just got their car cleaned, and he talked about how well you did it and how business-like you were, and because he knows I ain't really with no nonsense, no, I'm gonna say bullshit. That ain't nothing I support.
Right.
And he said, I got a guy for you. He said, you're gonna like this dude, and he's recommended some other guys that I didn't stay with.
Yeah.
And I actually shout out to Newkirk too, Jamie Newkirk. He's cleaned my cars before too, and I like him. We talking to. So he knew that I was like, hey man, I need the best. And so when he recommended you, and he knows presentation matters, you know, the way you handle it, you know, all that. So so you did that, and so we're gonna continue to support. Matter of fact, I need to clean it up as we speak. It's been sitting in the garage, man. I need to get it clean, man. So
the Mustang, baby.
Yeah. Hey man, we're restoring it. It's coming back. It's it's a 14, man. I'm a big. I don't like the new body style. I'm a big dude, so I wanted something that I could get out and be free, man. I drive a big truck, and so a big truck. So I wanted something that, man, when you just want to pop out. Sometimes you got to pop out and.
You right.
So it was either that or that, because I wanted someone. My wife said if we get something, it's got to be. Well, you can let the top down so she can get. You remember that story? Yeah, she said it's got to be something at the top. So, I wanted a bigger. I didn't want to go old school. Like I didn't want to go, like T-top Trans Am, T-top Cutlass. So I went and picked up one out the yard, man, and I've been remodeling it. I've just been going at it.
Black on black, we do it.
It's coming.
She's a beauty.
Yeah. She. Oh, Nikki.
Okay.
Nikki, man. Nicki Minaj, baby.
Shout out.
So.
Yes, sir. Well, dang.
This has been
Yeah.
a great show for me.
What's up? Hey, man. We had Coach of the Year, 55 wins, 55-2, y'all. That shit is insane. 55-2. He's sending these boys to college. D1's great, yeah, but he's sending these boys off, man. You understand me?
He's making men.
Yeah.
He's definitely turning young boys into.
Because when they get to him, they boys.
Right.
By the time they leave, those are young men.
Yes, sir.
You know? And we just here to appreciate you, man.
Well, thank you. Like I said, man, positive light, man. You continue to do what you're doing, because like I said, man, it's we don't want to lift each other up. Let's lift each other up. Retweets and likes and shares and whatever I can do to grow the platform, I'm gonna do it. When he sent it to me, the first thing I said was like, man, I ain't with the drinking and the cussing, because that ain't something any favor I want, but I'm a support, man. I want positivity. I want especially for these kids, man.
Right.
These kids, we live in a crazy world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do.
She, they, him, no. You. Man, come on, man. We live in a crazy world, man.
It's
So
definitely a tough time, man. And just to say this, we appreciate you even more for being that, standing up, being
I am
a
a
man for
sure.
standing up, being a man for our young men.
Dude,
That is a big thing right now, man. That young men don't want to be young men, or they haven't been taught.
they ain't been taught. That's back. You
It's
about to get me on this. You about to start me on the podcast. Seriously, man. Like, don't. It's yeah, man. Yeah. I got a story. And this is hopefully, please, I hope I get no kickback for this. I remember being 6 years old, 7 years old, whatever it was. You're playing with your little Superman, right? You're clacking and slapping them across the head together. And I picked up my sister's doll, and I was going to click and clack them together. Mm-hmm. My mama will whoop my butt.
Yes, sir.
That ain't for you.
Yes, sir.
Right.
You don't play with that.
Right.
That's not yours. You play with them. You play with those.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it was instilled in me early. That ain't for you, boy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it ain't taught. So I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it there.
I mean, and we speak on it all the time. And for me to say this, and I say it proudly, let the kids be kids. When they make their decision on who they want to lay down with or what kind of life they want to live, let them do that on the other side. They need to be grown.
They need to be grown.
Right.
You remember when your mama used to say that, but y'all better be out there, don't you?
Right.
Man, come on.
You make
man.
those decisions later on, but when kids are kids, I mean, it's in the cartoon.
16 too early.
It's everywhere, and I hate to see that it being pushed like this, because people will say you have to respect me for what I got going on, but on the other side of things, you don't respect me for having what I got going on. So if I don't respect that about what you got going on, then you look at me and say,
Do you have a daughter?
I don't. I have two sons.
You have two sons. Do you have a daughter?
I
do. What would you do if your younger self walked in the bathroom and peed right next to your daughter?
That's a very awkward feeling.
Like, I want you to think that's allowed. That they share bathrooms. Like, no way.
No, you don't be in the bathroom at the same time.
No.
Only to brush your teeth.
No.
Only to brush your teeth. I say let you brush your, get the toothpaste, toothbrush, but using the bathroom.
As kids, my parents, my mom, she's the oldest of all of her brothers and sisters, so I'm the oldest grandchild, and we didn't play that. Mm-hmm. My little cousins that are girls, we didn't take baths together or do those things that those are. She meant these are your private parts. She got different private parts, so y'all like you supposed to cross the sea.
Man, we used to call them wrong spots. Well, stop. Put up your wrong spot.
But yeah, man, that's tough.
Yeah,
I mean, to have the wrong spots in the bathroom.
I'm telling you, we gotta stop, because I will lose it, and this will go out, because
you got me sitting here thinking now. You asked me that shit. What would you do?
Yeah, like no, man, because I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
it ain't happening.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
With a T.
I'm with you.
So, damn, that's some hard shit to think about.
No, you don't need to be in the bathroom with her while she in the bathroom. But like I said, I did a lot of toothbrushing, because you brushing your teeth together. You brush it up,
Yeah.
But using the bathroom, no. That's why it's two. Or you got, if it's one, you gotta take turns.
Right.
Hold up.
See the way for the boys, we get out the door. If you ain't got to do the number 2,
Oh my gosh. I still be outside of my house now.
Come on.
Right now, I'll walk outside.
literally.
This whole bad. Me too back
My
there.
wife,
I'm going out the door.
I'm about to FaceTime. Y'all think I'm playing? My wife asked, why you keep doing that?
It's
No,
literally-
it's
It's more than you.
It takes more effort to lift the seat, do all that stuff. I said, pop, boop, pop. Get out of there.
Outside,
I'm already out here. What are you doing out
My wife looking here now. Oh, stop doing that.
They come with the territory.
Yeah, man. Backyard, front yard. I
Well,
told you
well,
better for me.
I mean, it's the country life too. You know,
Yeah.
we had to use it outside sometimes
Man,
too. Though.
hey,
All y'all from
We got good squats.
when you ride side by side, you better be able to.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna pee on yourself.
right.
Yeah, when you go mud riding, Chuck, we're gonna get you out there, bro.
Okay.
Once you get out there to see this kind of life, bro,
He gonna love it. He
it's
gonna
a
love
different
it.
experience.
He gonna be locked in.
And Bog is probably, and it's not the biggest. Like once you start getting into it, they have others that are.
The ones in Texas are crazy.
Yeah, you know, if you go out of state, with
Uncensored,
it,
too.
man. So yeah, we're talking about fun, with a capital.
Yeah, I like fun.
Yeah.
I like fun.
Yeah. So, I mean, to say all of that, just to get back on schedule, people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Kirk Juice Johnson.
Yeah. Hey.
My brother
Since it's
from
the
another.
first show of the year,
First order, yeah.
you know, we had a legend in the building, so I feel like it's gonna be a great year.
Yes, sir.
Because you know, they told you had the juice back in college.
Yeah.
I feel like you just passed us the juice.
Yeah.
You understand?
Work on it.
You understand? I mean, that winning mentality is here.
Yeah, I like it. I like
You
it.
know?
I like it.
You know? So
Let's
real
wait
life
let's
for
wait
real
all
life.
2025.
Yes, sir. That's all we gonna do. Real life for real.
3-peat.
That's all we gonna do. That's crazy. We going in our third year. You know? We going in our third year.
Talk about it.
Big
You know?
talk.
That's
Number,
all,
baby.
Come on, man. Come on.
crazy. You
Come
know?
on.
Hey, I appreciate you for stopping by, my guy.
Yeah.
You know, Kirk Juice man, just. You know, I appreciate you for stopping by, man, showing us love, man. It was an honor meeting you,